Good afternoon. This is Grandthumb Farms here on Maizy Lou Farms, doing the Zero to Hero challenge. It's still the afternoon on the first part of September, and I realized that I activated something on one of the new productions that didn't exist. I was having my planks go from my sawmill to the toy maker. It just accepts wood. It doesn't accept planks. So it wouldn't have done anything, I don't believe. So I've accepted a contract to transport some wood. And after I transport the wood, I'm going to use the machine to bring wood to the toy maker. Seems like a reasonable thing to do. And I've done enough jobs for these guys that they trust me. I need to get some of the right equipment to do woodwork. I've considered one of the small trailers that has a crane, and I don't know if that'll be enough. It probably would do just enough for me. It's essentially this, except it's not built in together. A tractor would pull it, and there's a couple of different models that have that. And then I thought about going big and getting one of the big, I don't know if they're called excavators. I don't think I need something that big. So while I think about it, I'm just going to go with this method for now. And I could have done, I think the wood's over here somewhere. Let me look. No, it's on the next one. Once I figure out how much the toy maker uses as far as wood goes, then I'll determine which tool is best for the job. If I'm going to go big in wood collection, then I'd end up buying some property out here and clearing it. We'll see how it goes. But I'm going to get this done, and we'll start up the toy maker today. I don't think it'll take too long. When I calibrated my farm stick, it fixed the problem that I was having about drifting, but another problem crept up. So once I drop these off, I'm gonna try to recalibrate it again and see if that'll fix it. Fortunately, I'm bringing these to the bluff to drop them off. So that works out well. I'll be right where I need to be. I also need to see how long these logs are. Whoa, he's gonna stop right in front of me. I need to figure out the length of these logs too, so I can cut the ones that are on my property to the right length the first time. Hopefully I'm able to measure these while they're on the trailer. A poplar harvest is gonna happen soon, I hope. Okay, let's see if we can figure out the lengths of these logs. One, 2, 3, 4. Looks like 5 meters. Easy enough. Okay. So my options are looking like I could get a small trailer with a crane for $45,000. I could get a huge trailer and get a separate machine to load the trailer. For $221,000, I could get one of these. And these are just awesome. But I'm not a logger. For $310,000, I could carry 2 trees at a time. It would be difficult to get this up the hill because the trees are balanced on the front of this tall, so I don't think that's the good idea. This is a great way to harvest, but again, that's getting into the logging business. This is a great way to load the tools. There's a whole lot of money just to load. High lift, or it's just a lot of money. Either one of these tools are very expensive for what I need. I would love to have a telehandler, and those would work, but that's still a big investment. $26,000 for the trailer plus whichever telehandler I get. So we're still talking about $200,000. So I think my best bet would be to get a small trailer like this. I think that's going to do the job. But today I'm going to borrow this machine and get the sawmill loaded. I probably could set up one of the yarders to get it from here down to there, but it would ruin crops along the way. And I'm going to need to cut these trees down pretty soon before these other ones get to where they're to be damaged. Alright, I'm going to get these loaded, and then we'll carry them over to the toy shop. Okay, one tree for now, just to get this started. Then I'm going to go have supper and have a good night's rest so we can get going for tomorrow, which I think the getting ready for the harvest is coming up. Uh-oh. I guess I didn't think this through. Can I get close enough? Oh yes. Thank goodness. You'd probably spin around the other way. That would have been a mess. The one tree's 5,700 liters. Activate both the sculptures and the toys. And 77 planks got in before I stopped it. Those might be gone forever unless this somehow becomes something. I have no idea. And I wish there was a way to get rid of the wood chips and just send them directly to the flower shop. So in the morning, first thing I need to do is get everything for the flower shop or the flower greenhouse and figure out the direction of the wood collection. I'm pretty sure it's going to be one of those small trailers. I can use the crane on the small trailer, or I could save some money and just get a wood grab for one of my tractors and use it. That might be the best direction because I'm realizing that I'm going to have to harvest parsnips coming up. I need to look at the calendar. I think the parsnips are going to be ready the same time the corn and beans are going to be ready, which is going to make for a kind of a hectic time, especially because I need to turn the bean and corn fields over in order to plant the oilseed radish. So that's going to be a trick. All right, return this, collect my $3,300, and then head back to the farm. Slurry transport. Oh, it takes manure, not slurry. Oh, there's lots of stuff coming on. Oh, I need to get this. I'm gonna go borrow the forklift. The good thing about being here in Maizy Lou Farms for 4 years, everybody knows me, and they give me some latitude, so it'll work out. Now we get this loaded, head back to the bluff, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. I have a worker starting a stone picking contract on the field next to the sheep farm. I'm gonna put away my wood and the best juice in Maizy Lou, and then I'm gonna get the flower greenhouses all fixed up to where they need to be, and then we'll start figuring out what's needed for the harvest that starts tomorrow. But you've seen me do this plenty of times, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do it and be done with it, and we'll move on from there. Well, I didn't have a transmission problem this morning. It was parked over there by the barn. I'm gonna park it over there again today, see if it will happen 2 times in a row, and then I'll park it back out here and see if it does it again. I'm gonna finish picking up this wool, and then I'll go help the worker that's working on stone picking. Of course, I haven't checked on my sheep. 665, that's 165 over, and they're still only worth 575. Looks like the hay's going down, so I'm gonna need to give them some food soon. The pigs are doing okay. They should make it another month, and the cattle could use some more hay. So I'm gonna need to move some hay today at some point. All right. See you in a little bit. I have decided I'm gonna try to use this fast track to at least get the water into the green. Whoops, incorrect. The water into the greenhouse before I grab the tanker. I'm gonna go grab a weight for it. I'm gonna run to the shop, grab the weight, run to the bluff, pick up the water tank, and start shuttling some water. $1,100, 650 kilograms. I will take this one. Hopefully it matches. It is JCB yellow, so it should match. Looks good. Did I start with manure? No, I don't think he's going to pull the manure. I think he's just going to do the water. When I say he, I mean the JCB. 60,000 liters. I've got 18 in. We'll make a few more trips. And then we'll get the next item. I got the shuttling finished of the water. Now I'm gonna go and pick up some seeds. I'm gonna use my little utility trailer, I believe. Actually, I'm gonna use a bigger trailer because it holds a bunch of seeds. I want to be able to get a good amount in there. Oh, transmission's not shifting. A while back I walked up to the Massey on the bluff and it was missing its front forks because I inadvertently removed a mod, and I realized a couple of episodes later that there was another mod that I inadvertently removed. I never did mention it, and I wonder if anybody happened to notice what it was. I don't think I'm going to replace it. Actually, I might, but not today. I'm going to run this up to the shop and pick up some seeds. Actually, I'll pre-order the seeds. Not big bags. I want seed bags. That's a good start. Alright, I'm going to go pick up the seeds, bring them over to the flower greenhouse, and see if I can figure out how to get them in the... Now I can load them. They're bags. I should be able to pick them up and pour them in the hopper, but we'll see what they make me do. I also need to get some fuel. Well, I'm gonna figure this out somehow. I have another idea. Talk about a tight dumping area. I must have missed something on the amount of seeds that go in here. It's 40,000. Oh, I guess I moved out of it. Is there a better spot, maybe? I'm wondering if there's a better angle to get it at. It's not so glitchy. Alright, seeds done. I need manure and wood chips. I can grab some wood chips with this setup, so I'll go do that. And I'll bring the manure from the pig farm. Well, that worked much better. Okay. All you know is the sticky stuff. Okay, that was fun. Alright, let's get this thing started. There we go. Gotta figure out what color flowers I want. All right. There's a dozen flowers in here. I guess we activate them all. And then once I get the production in, I can figure out which ones I want to keep. All right. Look at there. They're growing. We'll see how it works out. Okay, I'm gonna put the stuff back, get everything where it's supposed to go, and figure out what is next. Well, we got the greenhouse and the toy maker up and running. It's still early. I'm gonna get this cleaned up, and I may do a potato harvest, make an extra $20,000 or so. Tomorrow we've got the big harvest, and it looks like everything is good to go. We've got the header and the trailers and everything squared away. So I think we're ready for it, and everything should be good. A lot of running around today, but I had fun. I can't think of anything else. Oh, I need to go get some hay for the sheep and the cows. I do need to do that. That's the only other thing I need to do. I appreciate y'all coming out and spending some time with me here today. I do thank you. And I hope you see me in the next one. Have a good day.